try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain. It's a blessing.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Heroclix Nation. Today, I kind of wanted to go over Green Lantern Batman because I'm really excited about this piece. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This piece is going to be what I play with going forward. I know I've said that a couple of times now. Not all my videos are going to be about this guy, but I do want to get him out of the way so that we can move on to the things that you want me to talk about. But this is a piece that I wanted to talk about, and it's been a minute since I made a video, so I really wanted to get this one out of the way so we can move on. Green Lantern Batman, we've gone over him a little bit in my way too early set review, but looking at him and trying to build around him, what he does really well is his special on attack. And I told you guys in one of my videos that what you really want to look for in the piece that you're building with is just find the thing that they do really well. And this Batman is a prime for a reason. I don't know if, he's definitely not the strongest prime out there. I think that hat goes off to Mad Jim Jaspers and the Destroyer still. But we're going to make him work. So what he does really well is his special on attack. It says Smoke Cloud. Smoke Cloud is free, but only to generate one marker. Opposing characters occupying or adjacent to Batman's Smoke Cloud markers can't use improved movement and must break away as if they were adjacent to Batman. So what this can do, if you operate it correctly, is tie down an entire team. The problem with Prime Batman is he does not have plasticity, but because it was a way too early set review, we did not have access to the utility belt. And the utility belt does grant the ability to give Batman the plasticity that he needs. So the utility belt is weird. It operates kind of like the alchemical fire and the alchemical potion, but not exactly like them. So let's find it. There it is. The utility belt. So you place your equipment on this dial here, and then you roll a d6. And if you are a Batman family member, you can turn it any number up to that d6 roll, right? So if you start on first aid kit and you roll a 6, you can go all the way around to first aid kit if you want to. But you can also stop on RCE, shape change with the disguise kit, or plasticity with the handcuffs, which is kind of where we're going to go with this. What it also grants, especially Green Lantern Batman, is Smoke Cloud as free. So he can go a full six square Smoke Cloud instead of his 1 square Smoke Cloud, and then force your opponent to break away from every single Smoke Cloud marker. So it's very good. It's definitely something that Green Lantern Batman is missing. Definitely something he does need equipped to him, and I'm glad that they included it into his title where he can be equipped with both of them. Because the way I'm picturing this is Green Lantern Batman gets into position, and then Smoke Clouds as free to tie down an entire team. And you can hopefully do that on turn 2 if you build correctly. I'm hoping. So what I would do is I would start on first aid kit, and then roll my d6 on turn 2 to go to either smoke grenades if I'm not targeting a single character, or I would go to handcuffs if I was only targeting one character, if there's one character that I wanted to get out of the way, or tie down. But if I wasn't scared of his entire team, let's say it's an Iron Hammer, right? If it's an Iron Hammer, I'm probably going to handcuffs so that I can tie down Iron Hammer. He can't move. And then hopefully I can outwit him if he doesn't have the Herald dial on him. But we have other ways to get around Power Cosmic and stuff with the keywords that Green Lantern Batman has. So So that's the utility belt. It's not insanely powerful because he can only use that power until my next turn. So the next turn I would have to roll again and then hope I roll fairly high, or I could go to RCE and then go over. Hopefully probably go to shape change, because disguise kit is improved movement characters shape change. Yeah, so probably go from handcuffs, and then at that point, depending on what keywords I choose to go with and what characters I can put on that team, I would go to RCE or shape change, and then from there go back to smoke cloud and plasticity. Hopefully not getting stuck on first aid kit. First aid kit is going to be because those powers aren't as free. That's not really something that Green Lantern Batman is going to want to waste an action to do. But they're still fairly good, especially in mid game and late game. If you can get a regeneration or a support off on a friendly character that's taken some damage, it could really offset what your opponent is trying to do to your team. So, very good powers. The problem is he can't stay on one of these. So, it's not as good as the alchemical fire. I would put this object kind of on a little bit above the alchemical potion. Yeah, the alchemical potion. The one that gave you pick a power. So I would put this a little bit above alchemical potion. But besides that, I don't really think it's that great. Some other things that we got to see are some legacy cards. So the legacy cards that go with Green Lantern Batman is pretty much all of them. But the ones that I was really excited about is the Joker. So Joker got Gotham City keyword, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen a member of Batman's Rogue Gallery, especially a character like the Joker, and they get Gotham City Underworld keyword, but not the Gotham City keyword, so I can't run it with Batman, and that just drives me insane. Gotham City Underworld does not need to be a keyword. But that's just, one of those little parts of the game that just irks me and makes it difficult to build, and that's kind of the fun part of building, is finding ways around that. Because when this legacy card came out, I was like, oh sweet. Or when the uncommon Joker came out, I really wanted to run him with Batman. That's always been my dream, is to run Batman and Joker on the same team. So I was looking at running the rare Deathstroke and then getting Batman onto a celebrity team with the uncommon Joker, or an Injustice League team with the uncommon Joker. You could do it with celebrity and Batman, and bring on Batman and another character with Deathstroke, but they both have the Gotham City keyword. So we're going to go with kind of a Killing Joke team here tonight, because another great legacy card that we got was Commissioner Gordo. Whiz kids and your jokes. So his legacy card calls him Commissioner Gordo, but it is Commissioner Gordon, and this kind of fits the mold of a Killing Joke team. And Commissioner Gordon is no slouch. He is basically Venom Magneto for Detective, Gotham City, and Police keyword teams. Now, what you're going to see Commissioner Gordon, how you're going to see him a lot of times, is being put on Spider-Man family with Miles West under the police keyword, and the Spider-Man family umbrella, giving them access to double TK. And that's insanely powerful, but we're going Gotham City. We're selling out for Gotham City, boys and girls. And this guy, and honestly, I saw the legacy card Joker, and I was like, oh sweet, Lamp is back. This could be good, because he does do the armor piercing, battle feat. He has that traded, and he has safeguard, mind control, outwit, and poison. Very good piece. So I was like, okay, I can pair that with Green Lantern Batman. Green Lantern is Alpha Strike in a nutshell. So Taxi, it's basically Lockjaw, right, from Lamp way back in the day. So I was like, okay, all right, I can make that work somehow. There's something there. And then they dropped the Commissioner Gordon legacy card, which gave access to double TK. And I was like, oh wow, okay. So then I looked back at the Joker, and I was like, yep, they both have the Gotham City keyword. Okay, we're good to go. So that's 190 points worth of Gotham City. That's just bonkers. And from there, you really, if you can get 109, really 175 points worth of a keyword that's insanely good, and then just build around that, you're gonna be pretty much set. So that's where I'm kind of at right now. Like, I want to run those 3 pieces. I'm not sure what to put on there with them. I really want to be able to run the common Batgirl. It's a Batgirl, not a Batwoman, right? Batgirl. Yep. 20 point. I really want to be able to put her on there, but she doesn't really do a whole lot except add perplex, and then it's 20 points that's just going to die. So I want to be able to put her there just to complete the Killing Joke team. But at the moment, I have Batman and Jarro on there, and that Jarro bystander, guys, I'm going to put it on the same level. No, it's better. It is better than the rookie bystander. I'm gonna say it. It just is, guys. This thing is insane. I've been doing some playtesting in my off time instead of making videos for you guys. I know. I'm sorry. But this piece is insanely good. Like, he doesn't move around a whole lot, but he does have sidestep, and he's autonomous with mind control range value of 8. So that, coupled along with Batman taking away Safeguard Outwit pieces, really takes care of any Genesis, Apocalypse, Iron Hammer with the Herald. It really takes care of all of that. I'm able to mind control Iron Hammer or Genesis to take out the Apocalypse or take out the rest of their team. It's just I haven't been able to play with mind control for a while. But I did not want to. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm gonna stumble around on this one. But if you guys haven't noticed, I am very I'm in tune with what's in the meta right now, and the meta is always changing, right, and everything else. But I am so I can't think of the right word, but I'm so against what everybody else is doing that I'm going to find a way to make something of my own and make that work. However that needs to happen, I'm going to do it. So that's where this Green Lantern Batman idea is coming in. And you can do that in today's meta. It's not like days in the past where you're either running Unimind or you're going to lose. Right? So it's not like that today. Today you can pretty much run anything, and as long as you know what it does, you have a chance to win, because there's no way there's so much out there. Everything is kind of a Swiss Army knife. Like, some teams are really good against others, and then they just lose to other teams. Like the Worlds at Worlds. So Isaac's team was insanely good, like so good. But when it went up against a mirror team, it ran into the issue that both teams were going to have Jubilee. So it kind of. I won't say that Isaac's team was. I don't even know if Isaac's team really had a weakness. The X-Men swap kind of takes away a lot of them, and his was especially good. I don't know if it has a weakness, but if it does have a weakness, it's going up against an opposing Jubilee. Or just a Scarlet Witch, something along those lines, that where the opposing team was on the same level as his, or it had a way to take powers away from him. So things are always moving in today's meta, and there is a way for any team to win, as long as you know what you're doing with it, and you understand its weaknesses, its strengths, and you're able to plan around them. So I'm kind of banking on that idea to run this team. I don't think it's going to be great, right? But I'm going to try. Some other great there's a lot of great Gotham City pieces between Batman Team Up that just dropped, or that's about to drop, and the Con LEs that we got. I mean, Batman and Catwoman are insanely good. I wish I could keep them on here. You also have the Commissioner from Wonder Woman 80th, and initially I built with him, but a buddy of mine pulled the Chase Robin in our pre-release event, and luckily enough I had a piece that he wanted, so I was able to trade for Robin. And this piece, I don't know if this piece is going to make the final cut. It's something that I need to play around with. I haven't really had the chance to, because honestly I didn't think, with there being I think there's 9 chases in this set, and only 2 of them aren't Mystery Gang. I didn't bank on the idea that I was going to pull the Batman or the Robin. I just didn't, and I didn't think that this was good enough to buy. There's enough Gotham City there that I can build without buying this piece. But now that I have him, I'm going to play around with him. So he's basically a free attack or a free movement, especially on this team. So he has one trait besides what you see on the dial. It's called the Boy Wonder. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, when an adjacent friendly character named Batman is given a move, close, range, or power action, after resolutions, you may give Robin the same type of action as free. Now, because I have 2 Batmans on my team, I feel like this piece is almost a must-play. He's 5 clicks long for 25 points. I'm debating on giving him the agent, the U.S. agent shield to give him +3 defense with that combat reflexes. But there's so much that gets around stealth. I don't know if I really want to bank on the idea of somebody having to hit him from range, or having to hit him up close. I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm going to play test with this. I'm going to start by putting the agent shield, because this team I have on the left-hand side comes in 10 points under, because I'm not paying for the utility belt, right? So I'm throwing the cloak on the Joker, and then the U.S. agent shield on Robin. And then we'll see where that goes. It might end up being that I put the cloak on Batman, and then give Joker the pumpkin bombs, because any damage he deals can't be reduced below 1. So giving him energy explosion feels like a really good idea. Yeah, that feels like a much better idea. But I also like the idea of him having plasticity and sidestep, being able to tie down my opponent, because I can't bank on the idea that Batman's going to have plasticity every game. So I need a way to tie somebody down, and I feel like giving Joker the cloak would be the best way to do that. Okay, so that's Gotham City. Let's take a look at Detective real fast, because Detective is another keyword that gets kind of lost in the weeds. All this being said, guys, Justice League is probably going to be his strongest keyword, at least until Wonder Woman. No, even after Wonder Woman 80th goes away, because Justice League gives you access to Death Metal Wonder Woman. And Death Metal Wonder Woman, if you guys haven't had the chance to see her in action, she is insanely good. I don't know if there's a way around it. I don't think there is. Actually, let me look at her, because I did play. It's not a free action. So I got the chance to play with the Martian Manhunter, the rare from Batman Team Up, in our pre-release. And guys, I'm debating putting him on the Justice League team. It's so good. So right off the bat for Justice League, I'm putting on the Death Metal Wonder Woman. I'm putting on the Justice League Fulcrum. Death Metal Wonder Woman gives us access to the Secret Six members from Wonder Woman 80th. But I want to look back up here at Batman Team Up to see what else we can put on here. World's Finest goes on Detective, Gotham City, and Justice League. I didn't put him on my Gotham City team. I felt like I really need to stay true to Batman, and that's what I'm going to try to do. And this piece does stay true to Batman, but it includes Superman, and Superman's just a big blue Boy Scout. I don't want him. I don't want him dirtying up my black and gray and yellow. I love it. So this piece is really good. If you're able to get your hands on the Legacy card and the piece, kudos to you. I would probably stick at 60 points, because there's not really even on the Batman side, there's really not a decent Batman or Superman to come in for these guys. Batman, I would probably look at the Chase, because the Chase is he not? Oh, he's not a Justice League member. Anyways, that's weird. So the Chase makes it so that Batman only takes 1 damage from close attacks. And more than likely, World's Finest is going to be up in the action whenever it gets KO'd. So if you are running World's Finest, I would look at running the Chase Batman from Batman Team Up on the sideline. Very good legacy card if you guys haven't had the chance to look at it. He's pretty hard to take down, but it gets away from what I'm trying to do, I think. To run him, I'd probably have to take off the Joker, and I really don't want to do that. Or Batman and Jarro, and Batman and Jarro I probably need on my team. You do get access to the question, which is dice replacement. With Perplexer PC. I haven't had a good chance to look at his card. He's pretty good. Pretty good. Dice replacement. And he gets the dice whenever your opponent uses Outwit Perplexer PC within 6 squares of him. Otherwise he's just an Outwit piece with stealth. Special on attack is Smoke Cloud. Smoke Cloud is free, but only generate 1 marker. Friendly characters occupying. Hindering terrain markers we can't use. Oh, can use Shape Change. So he grants Shape Change to your team. Yeah, I think that goes on. That might not be a must add, but that goes over to the left-hand side until we figure it out. I've got Batman over there already. So, yeah, let me talk to you. Let me talk about this Martian Manhunter real fast. So I played him at 100 points, or at 75. And at 75 points, I feel like you get so much for those extra 35 points. I mean, yeah, it's only 4 clicks, but what you really... this trait shut down so much. I played against the Chase Batman. I played against Peacemaker. I played against pretty much the entire common. I played against a Larfleeze. So the 175 point Larfleeze could not do a thing. So this trait, when Martian Manhunter uses the Outsider's team ability and targets an opposing character, that character can't be given free actions until your next turn. Yeah. In a meta that relies so heavily on free actions, this piece is insanely good. On top of that, for the 75 points, it's 75 points. So, I don't know if it's good enough, but that special on movement, opposing characters can't target Martian Manhunter unless he has made an attack this game. At the beginning of your turn, you may deal Martian Manhunter 1 unavoidable damage. So this special, you could run up into your opponent's team, Outsider's team ability somebody, and then they can't make any free actions. The problem with it is that it's outwittable. They can outwit this and then attack them. So that makes it so that you have to Outsider's team ability their outwit piece. You can't run up in there and Outsiders anything else if they have outwit on their team. And with the addition of this set, I feel like everyone's going to have Outwit on their team in some form or fashion. Not to mention Molecule Man has Outwit, and he's going to see most teams. So Martian Manhunter, as much as I like him, I really... but if you're going up against Molecule Man, are you really Outsider's team ability? He'd be the one that you want to take away the free actions from. Oh, I'm talking myself into it. Let's put him over here to the left, see if we can fit him later. Okay. Oh, that's Wonder Woman. That's what we want. Martian Manhunter. Boom, baby. Martian Manhunter. Okay, so that's pretty much it for... you had the KC Green Lantern. If you guys can get your hands on this guy, good, I guess. He's not that great. That 10 range leadership... within range... Yeah, 10 range leadership. It's good, but he also has to have line of fire. He does have the Gotham City keyword, so I'm gonna want him. But I don't want to pay the $250 that people are asking for. That's just insane. Another piece that I didn't bring up in the legacy card slot was Nightwing. Nightwing is very good, but he's not going to... Like I said, I gotta have Joker on my team. If I didn't have Joker on my team, I could add these pieces, but I feel like Joker... I don't know if Joker's better than them, but I know that I want to play with Joker. So that's the route I am going. But Nightwing is a viable option. So, besides that, you have your double flashes from Wonder Woman 80th. Let's make sure we get those up there right quick. And I will say, once Wonder Woman 80th drops and we lose the flashes, I don't think Justice League is as good as the other keywords. The flashes really make this team go. It's 50 points that is so economical. I don't know what you do without it, because that 8 square TK, it's the only one in the game at the moment. I really don't think there's a way to get around not having them on your force. But for now, they do work. So double flashes definitely go to the left-hand side. And then we could also add the Secret 6 members up here. But let's stick to Justice League while we can, and then see what happens whenever we are building. So Plastic Man for 20. Let's throw him over there. And then that's pretty much it for Justice League that I want to add to the left-hand side. There are a lot of pieces here that I didn't add to the left-hand side. Cyborg is very good. I'd probably, wouldn't run him at 75. I'd probably stick to the 50-point line to get that perplex. I mean, you do get outwit at 75, but generally in high-level meta, most pieces are going to have Power Cosmic. So if you don't have a way around Power Cosmic team ability on your force, having outwit on your team, it's pretty much, you don't need that much of it. And Green Lantern Batman has outwit. Anybody else? Question has perplex, right? No, Question has outwit. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Question and Batman are rolling in with outwit already, so they can outwit the support pieces if need be. But most main attackers are going to have protected outwit in some form or fashion. So yeah, Cyborg at 50 is probably the play. You're also not relying on any reducers with him. But his special on attack is really good. The problem is it's just a 10 attack. Yeah, good, very good piece. Not one I'm going to add. Another one to talk about is, if you need to fill points, is the 30-point Batman. Basically a double charge Batman. Not a double charge, but an 8 square charge. Smoke Cloud. Precision Strike. Free if Batman occupies hindering terrain. Place him in a square of hindering terrain within 4 squares in line of fire. Very solid. 8 square charge, basically, for this Batman. I wish he started with Outwit or Perplex here, but, they make the lines where they make the lines. I'll take it for 30 points. That's really good. Okay, so with Justice League, let's look here. Some things that we can take off. So we need Death Metal Wonder Woman. We need Fulcrum Abominus. That's how you're getting around the stop clicks on Apocalypse and Genesis. And then the Question is a Question. Martian Manhunter. I don't like that he's not protected outwit. But I do like having the Outsider's team ability. Let's take him off there for now. We're gonna see if we can get the flashes. Have to stay on there. And then Plastic Man. Do we take Plastic Man off? I don't know, but a flash that can charge all the way up there with a Plastic Man. And then drop the Plastic Man off, turn into the object. Sounds really good too. Let's see. Let's say we have those 45 points for a Justice League member. 45 points, because I don't think you're getting anything from Secret 6 or Amazon's that you don't already have here. So Amazon. Yeah, no, we can't run the Prime Wonder Woman. Not seeing anything. 45 point. Okay, so the super rare Wonder Woman. Let's take a look. Okay, so she does have traded senses. Okay, so that's good. That's a good start. Incapacitate when opposing character within range with 2 action tokens would be given an action token after resolutions gain 1 mission point. I mean, you do get the lasso bystander with Batman. Charge, friendly characters that can use Incapacitate can use charge. Who has Incap? But no, the Flash does. But he already has double charge. Okay, so that It's not great. Once per turn, when an opposing character within range and line of fire attacks a character, when an opposing character within range and line of fire attacks a character of equal or more points than themselves, after resolutions, you may give the attacker an. I like that a lot. Okay, I actually do like that a lot. Let's throw her over here. Because Batman is 100 points, there's not a lot of main attackers out there in the meta that are over 100 points. The only time you're going to see that is if you run up against a tentpole team. So any time they attack Batman, they will get an action token from Wonder Woman's trait. Is that map wide? No. An opposing character within range and line of fire. Ooh. Oh man. Okay. Well, let's throw her over there for now. And then let's look at... We've looked at Justice League. Let's look at Dark Knights. So 45-point Dark Knight. Okay, hold up. I got it. Word. It's Plastic Man and... the Commissioner. That's what it is. Plastic Man and the Commissioner. Yeah. What? Okay. This is probably your Justice League team here with Green Lantern, Batman. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So your alpha would be the Charge Flash taking up Plastic Man, dropping off the Plastic Man object. And I believe the barricade ties them down pretty well in most situations. That would probably depend on map choice. And then Batman could come up behind, carrying everybody else. And then the question, laying down Smoke Cloud underneath him to give him shape change, and Batman laying his free Smoke Cloud to help tie down pieces. I like that a little bit better. I like this team. Okay, so Commissioner. See what I mean though? When the Flashes and the Commissioner go out, you lose that alpha. I don't know if there's a decent TK piece with the Justice League keyword in Batman Team Up, because we won't have Wonder Woman 80th anymore. I don't think there is, guys. Satana? No. Yeah. Yep, there is no TK in the green or in the Justice League keyword. Martian Manhunter does not have it. Yep, no TK. No TK with Justice League. Which sucks. So Justice League is out the window after Wonder Woman 80th goes away. So there's your Justice League Death Metal Wonder Woman team. Because if you are running Justice League with Batman, you are running Death Metal Wonder Woman. You just are. You have to. So after that, we look at Cosmic. Cosmic is always going to be a great keyword in Heroclix because it is so powerful. You do get access to Saint Walker. He's really good. I don't think his 60-point line is worth it. His 30-point line starts at click 5. I don't... That's senses. It's just senses. I'm looking at Iron Hammer getting 7 clicks of damage. He's not protected outwit. Empower, when he uses it, he may treat other friendly characters within range and line of fire as adjacent. Okay. But that's traded. Enhancement and perplex on his special. He will have the Blue Lantern ring, so we will be able to put out 2 different kinds of constructs here. That's definitely something to think about. But what really makes this guy good is his All will be well. Trait, attack rolls of 11 made by friendly characters within range are critical hits. His Saint Walker is 60 points. Attack rolls of 10 made by friendly characters within range are critical hits. Just getting critical hits and making it easier to get critical hits. It's insanely powerful. And Batman is hitting from a 7 range. The median range right now is 6. So he should be able to hit from 8 at least if he hits his willpower. And then if we can get a perplex on there. And we do get a perplex if we put Saint Walker up at 60. Let's throw him up at 60 for now. And then a piece that I have been messing around with Green Lantern Batman because it's the first thing I thought of whenever I saw that attack power trait, or that attack power, is Rocket Raccoon from War of the Realms. Yeah, that's what made me jump straight to Cosmic, because he has plasticity and opposing characters within 4 squares in line of fire consider Rocket Raccoon adjacent for movement purposes. The constructs do not block line of fire. That does make it easier to get attacks in while Rocket Raccoon can keep line of fire. The problem with this is they can still shoot from that square. So if they do have a like an Iron Hammer or something that sees through stealth, then I'm in danger with Batman. And Rocket Raccoon does not have stealth, so he's going to be up on at least he's going to be at least 4 squares away, and if he has line of fire to them, they have line of fire to Rocket Raccoon, so they can just shoot him out with his senses, this, that, or the other. Hopefully I'm hitting enough with his energy explosion to keep everybody pushed out. That on top of the lasso, on top of the smoke cloud marker that Batman's putting out, could be a thing. So that's kind of the idea with Cosmic that I have. And right there, that's 210 points, and we can bust Saint Walker down to 30 if we need to. Let's look at what else we can put on with Cosmic. At 210, we got 90 points left. Don't want to do another Green Lantern because you can only have 1 lantern ring. Cosmic. Okay, so I feel like Cosmo is probably a must-add. And then Molecule Man? Keep everybody in hindering. Yeah. Cosmo is my TK right now. Okay, so let's bust Saint Walker down to 30. He has to be 30 because I need a second TK. I don't want Cosmo to be my main TKer because he's going to want to take that action token to get rid of powers. So, for 45 points, TK, Cosmic keyword, I'm looking at Hope Summers. Always. 40 points. 40 points. She does have team players, so she can copy Batman Ally or Green Lantern team ability if she needs to carry people. TK enhancement gets everybody up 1 damage. Molecule Man. And this is the team that I had out there before. The main difference is I got rid of Saint Walker and I put on the Collector. Yeah, that's what it was. So no Saint Walker, yes to Collector. I feel like that's probably... I don't know if that's better because Saint Walker does give access... Oh, he does have TK too. Jesus, staring me right in the face. Okay, this guy's really good at 30 points. So maybe we don't need Hope Summers? Okay, enhancement gets me up to a 6 damage if I roll on willpower. That's enough to take out Jubilee. Okay, so let's see what else we can add here. Cosmic keyword, 45 points or unders. Let's see. We got 45 points to work with here, guys. 40 points to fire. More empower. Oh, she didn't get that. Why doesn't she doesn't start with it? I hate it when they have cool powers at the end of the dial. They're never gonna see it. Let's go down. Let's go down. I have Cosmo in there already. Hope Summers. I mean, Hope Summers is still a strong add to get me up to 7. Is there a better one here? That's what I'm kind of looking at. The Watcher for the 20 defend. Huh. That could be good. I feel like we need to go more defensive at this point. I don't know. We're not that offensive. We're not crazy offensive right now. Cosmo is fairly offensive. Rocket Raccoon is very offensive. Batman is kind of somewhere in the middle. I don't think he's super offensive. I think he's more defensive. I feel like we need to go more... So more offense is kind of where we need to go. 45-point attacker. Cosmic keyword. Let's see. Rise and fall, nothing. Wonder Woman 80th. No. I mean, the Star Sapphire isn't that bad. The 40-point starter set one. Pen Psych and TK. So I do get another TK. Do I have a leadership on my team yet? I don't have a leadership on my team. I wasn't even paying attention to that. So Hope Summers. It has to be Hope Summers. She's the leadership. That's fine. She can be offensive or defensive. Saint Walker there, she's hitting 10 for 4. She can copy Energy Explosion from Rocket Raccoon. Do I have a Perplex for her to copy? No, I don't. Oh, man. Okay. I feel like, yeah, for now, yeah, Saint Walker's got to go. Man, I don't want to give up that blue ring. Ah. Oh, that hurts. But I need Perplex. I need Perplex. Collector. I mean, Collector makes everybody on my force a secondary attacker. Cosmo's all of a sudden dealing 3. Molecule Man's dishing out 2. Hope Summers is dishing out 4. Yeah. And Batman's dishing out 6 with Hope Summers next to him. Yep. That's got to be the team. Okay, so that is your Cosmic team. And then Herald, it just goes without saying. You want to add as many Wonder Woman 80th Heralds on your force as possible just because of the wording around the rings. And then some other cool... I mean, you do have access to the Watcher, the 20-point or the 20 defend Watcher. And then some other cool stuff is... I mean, you do get Star Sapphires. You get not a whole lot. Future Foundation is kind of not there with it. I mean, you could do the Stardust thing, but I don't think... But yeah, you probably want to add a chip to your... Or if you have 2 chips, you want to add 2 chips. But you want to add a chip for sure to a Herald team, because they get around the wording of the rings. Free if no construct generated by chip was on your force this turn. Generate a green construct. The Batman team-up rings let you only generate each construct once per game. So once that construct dies or leaves the map, then you don't get to bring out that same construct again. It's kind of where the rings are lacking. But as long as these Wonder Woman 80th pieces are out there, they are going to be able to take advantage of the additional constructs. So chip is probably an add on your on your Herald team. Now, Star Sapphire does not have that trait where she can bring them out, but she can get the Star Sapphire. She can be your Star Sapphire ring holder, ring bearer. So you could go Star Sapphire there. The starter set one doesn't have the Herald keyword, but the 25-point barrier TK one does, and that's probably the one you want to use in a meta event. But that is Green Lantern Batman, boys and girls. I hope you guys got a decent idea of what this piece can do and where you want to build with him if you do get your hands on him, if you are lucky enough to pull him. I'm really hoping I am. I hope you guys all have a great week, great weekend, and enjoy the holidays. Peace.